Job Vlog.
Space Adventure Cobra, the movie from 1982, is a feature-length anime released in theaters of middling quality, both in terms of writing and animation. As animation goes, it looks like an episode of G.I. Joe. It honestly does. I need to look and see if there's any cross-pollination between the staff. But as writing, it's confusing. Maybe there's something lost in translation. There's no real character development. Maybe that's what they're going for. Just a little one-off adventure. Everything ties up nicely in a bow. But let's get down to it. The film starts out, there's some weird goblin creature running around. He gets beheaded by this bounty hunter chick named Jane. We then get this prolonged title sequence thing. She gets kind of accosted by guys at a bar. As she's leaving the scene, she is followed by this guy who's like, I think I'm in love. This blonde dude, turns out his name's Cobra. That's really all we can get. He's supposed to be like a space pirate. How is he a pirate? I was under the assumption he was supposed to be like a pirate. I don't see him pirating anything. What is he pirating? DVDs of this movie? So he tells her, hey, I know a way you can get like £1 million bounty or whatever. Me. And it's like, oh, hey, you're the Cobra. And then she just immediately falls in love with him and starts talking about the culture of where she's from. She says a Mirus star. Later on we hear it's Mirus, and it's not even a star, it's a planet, or rather a space station. So if you say the star doesn't have a sun, a star is a sun. That's what I'm saying. There's something wrong with the translation here. Jeez. So she goes on about how she's in love and how it's super important in her culture and they're destined to be together and all this stuff. Kind of creeps him out a bit. But then she says, hey, my sister is being held captive. Her name's Catherine. There's this guy named Crystal Boy. Has this prison ship she's captured on. So goes in there, tries to rescue her. In the process, Jane gets killed. Yeah, big rip, right? So she then goes on. It's just more stuff about how I have another sister, Dominique. My love is going to transfer to her, and then we're like the same person. Every line from her is like rituals or ancient shit about her culture. There's no character to her. How's he falling in love? Because she explained it to him. That's how bad this is. So then he goes on a quest to find Dominique, who hangs out with these female commandos who straight up melt the face of some innocent, a gal working on the train. And I'm like, what the heck? And it's like, oh, the guild is around here. They're the ultimate bad. Crystal Boy works for them. I don't see anything terribly bad about the guild, to be honest with you. You guys are the terrorists. So as that shit's going on, they lead him to Dominique. And she's like, hey, I instantly love you. No character development. We just stay sex mocking it our way out of that shit. Crystal Boy shows up. And this is a typical kind of villain. There's a lot of that laughter. Ha 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 ha. You know, that garbage. And he looks almost like Destro. He's supposed to have kind of a polished look. I guess he's invincible or something, 9 feet tall, who knows. Anyways, he fights people, ends up killing Dominique. Oh, but her love's going to get transferred into Catherine, right? Well, Catherine's heading to Mirus now to destroy a galaxy so that the guild has less territory to cover, I suppose. She shows up there. And yeah, another thing, a lot of female exploitation here. All the sisters have to get naked. They have star nips. I don't know why. Well, that makes them not quite human, maybe. You have to get naked and posed in order to activate the machine. So she does this, and it's going to set something in motion. Cobra ends up fighting Crystal Boy, stabs him with some rib cage thing he uses as a weapon. Turns out he can hurt himself. And after he's done with that, I guess the curse is lifted off Catherine. He had put something around her, mind controlled her. And now she decides that the best future for Mirus is to blow up the planet. Oh, we're setting the self-destruct, see you in 100 years. What's the return in 100 years or blowing it up? Not explained. Yeah, Space Adventure Cobra, the movie. Definitely pass on this. 1.5 out of 4 stars. You're a very beautiful senora, and I'm ashamed to ask you for $1 per month to listen to my weekly podcast on Patreon. But if I don't, my father will beat me.